Ace Nation! I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert. Anarchy 2025 was a great show. I don't know how many people were in the crowd, but I don't know what it takes to get people to come to Ace Pro Wrestling. I mean, the crowd wasn't so big at Aftermath in May. It wasn't so big for Mercury Rising back in June, which was done on a Sunday, and Anarchy is now in the books, which was done on a Friday. And I don't know what the delay was, but it wasn't until like around 8:30 they finally let the crowd in. They're supposed to start the show at 8 o'clock. I don't know why they didn't like at least let the crowd come in the room and sit down. Funny thing was, when I arrived at the building, Mike Lewis was sitting outside, and I don't know if he was shocked to see me or not. He and Classic Mikey D commentating the show, so I don't know if Mike Lewis is back on a regular basis or what. And the show eventually started around 8:40, and I never thought I'd hear the Ace Anthem play again. I hope we'll get to hear that at the beginning of the shows in the future. Let me see. I mean, if I had known it would be a long wait to let the crowd in, I would have gone to that pizza place on Cedar Lane and get something to eat instead of waiting to get in. Because I remember even before sitting outside by the front door, and I'm getting hungry like the wolf, as Duran Duran said, or hungry like Samuel L. Jackson's favorite thing to say, and that's motherfucker. But show gets underway, and we kick off with singles action. We see the son of wrestling, Vincent Michaels, take on the one and only Zay. Pretty good match these two boys had, and the one and only Zay defeats Vincent Michaels with the code red powerbomb at 10 minutes 4 seconds. Up next, we have a debut. The Freak King, or King Freak, Hero Napier, and he went one-on-one with the top tier A1G. A1G hit a spear to get the victory over Napier at 6 minutes 13 seconds. Up next, what was supposed to be a one-on-one match, it wound up being a triple threat match, as we saw Roger Mendez versus the 5-card stud Joey Ace versus nobody's better Michael Mastretta for the Diamond Division Championship. Mastretta hit, I think Mendez got tucked, and Mastretta did that running knee in the corner. Then Joey Ace hit a top rope elbow drop, and he pinned Mastretta. Joey Ace defeats Mastretta and Mendez to win the Diamond Division Championship at 8 minutes 29 seconds. Right after they had gone to intermission. Up next was another title match. We saw, well, not only a title match, but another triple threat match, as we saw Sucio Star, or Superstar Whiplash, versus the Brooklyn Outlaw Donovan versus Bad Brad Benson. Pretty good. At one point, Donovan hit that Southside knockout running knee strike on Whiplash, and looked like he was going to pin him, but then instead of pinning Whiplash, he stops and he rolls Whiplash out to the floor, and then Donovan nails Benson with a lariato, and Brooklyn Outlaw Donovan defeats Bad Brad Benson and Whiplash at 7 minutes 50 seconds to become the new Fight for Flight champion. I don't know if Donovan's had that belt before. I mean, he's been the heavyweight champion. He's been Diamond Division champion. In the past, he was light heavyweight champion. He was a multiple-time tag team champion. I forgot what else. What other belts he he's been a buzz. Like a former Pro Wrestling Magic heavyweight champion, former Pro Wrestling Magic junior heavyweight champion. I don't know. I think it was. He was Pro Wrestling Magic Dark Arts champion. But hats off to my fellow Brooklynite, the Brooklyn Outlaw Donovan, for picking up that win. I don't know if I'll ever learn the words to Jay-Z's "We Go Hard." Okay, next was one of the most anticipated matches of the night. of this show is we see the good guy Azrael do battle with Cade Lothbrok, who came out to that Black Label Society song. I can't remember the name of it. I mean, I remember Cade using it in NYWC as he was part of the Order of the Black group. I mean, I can't remember what the name of that song is, but I know it goes, "Where have we gone? What have we done?" That that song. Okay. They go at it. Cade picks up the victory with a Lariato at 11 minutes 52 seconds. And then it was time for the main event, as we saw the Allfather, Darius Carter, and the current Ace Heavyweight Champion, Dr. Sleep Anthony Gangone, as they were set to challenge Sent to Slaughter, Dan Moff and Sean Donovan for the Tag Team Championship. Moff comes to the ring with that tall man who attacked Gangone back at Mercury Rising in June. I don't know if they've given him a name yet, or they even mentioned him at all. Moff takes the microphone and said, Sean Donovan was unable to make it, but Moff said he went to the past and he brought out Ace of Diamonds Rob Vegas to take his place. The match was on, and there was a lot of, obviously, holding with Carter and Gang going, a lot of teasing going on. They were like blind tagging each other. At one point they were arguing. Carter eventually chop blocks Gangone in the leg, and referee Shady Torres calls for the bell. The match was pretty much a no contest at 15 minutes 29 seconds. Carter, Moff, and Vegas 3-on-1 attack on Gangone. And then it got to a point where I think Carter and Moff look at each other, but then Carter, Carter attacked Vegas. And Moff says, Vegas, wrong place, wrong time. And, I forgot what Moff said. We run this shit. And Carter is now officially with the Ace, a part of the Aces. And the 4 Aces. But then again, who's the 4th Ace? Mike Morgan was not seen on the show, but I know he was there. But and then they basically, Vegas, and at one point Moff is Vegas is out on the floor, and Moff is like trying to take off Vegas's boot. And basically that Vegas and Gangone left laying. That's pretty much how the show come to an end. Well, personal notes, good seeing Mike Morgan, Denise, Mike Lewis, as I mentioned, classic Mikey D. Cheyenne Ortiz and William Wyeth were there, but not commentating. Shady Torres, Iron refereed this one. The only referee they had, apparently. Good seeing Danielle and her husband David, and kudos to them. They wound up driving me home despite, traffic along the way. I think right on or before the George Washington Bridge, because I didn't know what time the show was going to end due to the fact they didn't. Not only did they did not let the crowd in, but they didn't start on time. The show ended like around the 11 o'clock range. Excuse me. From there, I actually forgot one match on this show. Right after A1G defeated Hero Napier, and before Joey Ace won the Diamond Division Championship, in a singles match, the infamous Adam Kane defeated Susio Rome with a Lariato at 5 minutes 39 seconds. So, in case you haven't, if you're keeping score, 3 matches on this show ended with a Lariato, or Lariata, however you pronounce it. All right. Uh, yeah. They, like I said, Danielle and her husband David were driving me home, and it was like, I forgot if it was a internet radio they had in their car, and in David's car, like listening to '90s alternative and grunge. And among songs was Tommy Dreamer's "Man in the Box," and it just so happened David was wearing his Alice in Chains T-shirt. If I had not taken up the offer for them to drive me home, I would have had a long wait for a bus to get back to Port Authority. Good thing I didn't buy a return ticket to take a bus back. Let me see. Right after the show, let's see. Show ended, I had to use the bathroom. David went to get the car. I don't know if Danielle went to the ladies' room or not. Memorable quotes. Put your foot up, Lottie. Cade Lothbrok, when he and Azrael came out on the floor, and Cade would just basically put Az into my work boot. I had to come right from work for this show, folks. Why did you listen? Azrael, after Cade made him go into the boot. And also to Bob Elder, good seeing him. He always he has like prosthetic feet from his knees down, and I think at one point, Cade tried to use it and try to suffocate Az with it. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Good seeing Ryan Peterson as well. Forgot to mention the ring announcer. I just don't know what it takes to get people to come to Ace shows at this point. I know it was a Friday, this show was on a Friday night, or who's to say, maybe so many people out there are broke from Summer Sham weekend. I wasn't even there for that, folks. I mean, damn TKO for charging an arm and a leg for ticket prices and stuff. There's no return date was announced for the next Ace show, but interesting to see with a new Diamond Division champion, a new Fight for Flight champion, Darius Carter now apparently with the Aces, and I don't know where things go with Anthony. Well, Anthony Gangone will probably want to face Darius Carter for the heavyweight belt, and who knows where Rob Vegas is going to fit in all of this. But Sean Donovan was not the only one that didn't show. Because this show, Bam Sullivan was going to have a match with Joey Ace, but I guess Bam pulled out of the event one reason or another. I'll say this. Hopefully that Bam and Joey Ace go at it at a future show, since it didn't happen on this occasion. Oh, as I think just as David brought his car around, Roger Mendez noticed me outside, as did the one and only Zay, about me doing these videos on YouTube. And Roger, I gotta say, even though I've only seen you a few times wrestle, you definitely have a future. I don't know how long you've been doing this. You've got a future. You definitely, I don't know how often you get booked in other companies. I know you work for Warriors of Wrestling out in Staten Island. But Roger, in case you haven't noticed, I just put you over. Are you satisfied like Richard Marx? Well, I actually had the two cheeseburger empanadas at the show, and that was some good root beer. I don't know, they had those freaking empanada labels around those drinks they had on display. So I don't know if they know someone who's making the drinks, they're making them themselves. And again, there will come a day I will go to the restaurant in Woodridge. Ryan Peace, you said it best. It's definitely worth the trip, but if those babies weren't so good, oh boy. Okay, well, again, no return date was announced for the next show. Mike Morgan, I hope the big one will happen. The big one that you haven't done in years. I think you know what I'm referring to. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Dang it. Wish there was a way for more fans to come to Ace and see this product. Okay. Well, okay. Since no return date was announced, I hope you're not going to run on a Sunday during football season because I'm not going to come to a show. I mean, there's like 3 other companies who are running Sunday shows in September, and due to football season, I'm not going to be at those shows run by those other feds. Wow. What else can I say? Well, Danielle, I mean, you've been a photographer, ringside photographer in the past, and we were talking about so many, excuse me, like federations and such from the past. I don't know when I'll see you and David again. I'm not going to be at Pro Wrestling Magic on September 20th. I know that. But I don't know. Maybe there could come a day. Maybe, I don't know if David will do it, but if maybe you, Danielle, if we went somewhere, if Danielle and David, we went somewhere after a show and record a video together. You know. Time will tell, I guess. La 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 la. What else can I say about this event? Oh, actually, they actually switched the curtain for the wrestlers to come to and from the ring. It was normally in one corner. They put it like in another corner. Okay. By the way, Mike Lewis and Classic Mikey D, you guys had to mention when Cade and Azrael came right by me, you had to mention me on your commentary. And also to show you that the crowds aren't really at the shows anymore. You know, there are moments it gets so quiet you can hear the commentators while the matches are going on. I hope that Cade Azrael match just does get put on YouTube at some point. Not just because of what Cade said to me. Ugh. Oh, man. Who else we got? I'm sorry. Who else can I think of? Wow. Ah, man. Well, we had... unless I'm mistaken, I think I noticed Cotton Candy Princess Tiffany Avatar in the building. I don't know, Ace, if you'll ever have like a women's match for your shows ever again. You haven't had one in some time. Hopefully, I don't know if you'll get the opportunity to bring back an Indie Mania event in the future. You've only done 2. One was in 2011, the second one in 2016. And, wow. Okay. That'll do it. Like I said, Ace Anarchy 2025. Great event. Of course, that's one of the bigger shows of the year, and this lived up to the matches, especially the great promos between Cade and Azrael. So, Ace, hopefully I'll come in September, pending on the date. I'm Mike Morgan again, still hoping this year the big one returns. I think you know what I'm referring to. And hopefully some more fans will be at the show. Oh, and I forgot it. It's also summertime. That's another factor. So, Ace. I still got to sing the Ace Anthem on video someday for everybody. I got to learn the words. I don't know if Mike Morgan was still talking to Nino Capone. He was the one who sang it. I remember the lady, I forgot her name, that sang it with Nino. Alright. I enjoyed this show.